Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let me plug you in. Oh. Come on. Okay. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm on my way. Hold on. I'm trying to do a trillion things at one time. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You are all over the place. I do not have a very supportive bra on, but that's clear. Oh, I hate this camera. I'm just trying to, I put in the bigger camera. Remember when I made that little contraption? I'm not going to attempt to put you in that little contraption again. I'm going to attempt. Is that any better? Can we just do this for a minute? Let me just do this for a minute. Good morning. Fuck. Give me a minute. Sorry. Okay. I can't. I'm just going to leave you like that for a minute. Let me just fix my rolls and my pouch and all that. That's just hanging out. I got a good old stain right there that I didn't even know about. Rough morning. Rough morning, guys. Ended up getting my period too, and like a heavy ass period. I was like, what the frig? Sorry, Dwayne. I'm sorry. But like, I'm usually bloated anyway because of just my stomach issues in general. And this is not even my bra. It's like pouchy everywhere. It's like, you know when the pads are out of place? Pads are out of place. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. So I'm just like, I haven't had a heavy period in a long time. So I'm like, what is this? And rough morning, rough night, saying goodbye to Mabel and Nick. Really fucking hard. So, you know, bras, periods, good reading, right? Great. It's great quote. Thanks. What did I do to this thing? I did something to it. There we go. No. There we go. So I'm attempting to flip you upside down. I don't even want to move this. Let me just. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Technically, I'm supposed to do this and then do this. See, that's better. Oh my gosh. Now I'm just fucking with you. I want to leave you like that for a minute while I discuss something. Think I can stick you down with a Band-Aid? Don't you love Courtney's contraptions? Let's try a Band-Aid. It's not long enough, I don't think, but let's give it a shot for shits and giggles. Well, it just proved me wrong. This is an awful camera for up close and personal, though. Fuck, man. So, we're going to read Mars and Aries. Good morning. Trying to wake up. I'm trying to function. Oh. So, Mars and Aries. Does everybody know where their Mars is? I wore the wrong fucking pants. I just looked, it was 22. Hold up. Wait. So we're going to go by each zodiac. I'm hoping to just squeeze in Mars before I get something to do, and then I'll be back. Hoping to squeeze in Aries. Sign of all good things. 222 is a sign of all good things that will come to you. A sign is about to enter a period of peace and stability and will assist you in your major life-altering decisions. Most important, the aspects of your life. Story of my life. So, throat chakra. Clear this throat chakra. Remember to say clear it, guys. I know I've been slacking on it. I say it in my head. It's so easy for me to say it in my head because I've been doing it for so long. And I keep forgetting to say it out loud. The 222 reminds us that nothing happens by chance and everything happens for a reason. Maintain a positive attitude and a strong connection with your higher self, and you will find that everything will have a positive result as you receive abundant blessings of all kinds with divine timing. Manifestations are coming to fruition. 222 also reminds you to in love, the most important thing of all, loving yourself is the key ingredient to good health and well-being. A love of self, others, and self. And life connects you. I literally just saw myself reading you know how like news anchors or like the president or like they read off of this, looks like a clear glass and it reflects the words. I just saw myself doing that. And then just made me read all funny. It's all about self-expression, creativity, and fulfillment. Okay. Good morning. So, anybody know the name of that? Like little projector screen? I definitely don't know the name of it, but it literally is on the tip of my tongue. Yours is in Pisces. Mine's in Cancer. That's a sky. Wow, this camera really, sorry. I feel like I'm looking in a mirror. Up close and personal. So we're looking at 3 different types of energies here. It's really two. You got the shadow side, you got the higher vibing side. Um, but we have Aries, and then we have Aries in the first house. Like it's different if you're in Aries. You know what I mean? You're gonna relate to Mars and Aries differently. It's not like, oh, kosher, I got this. It's it's not. It doesn't really work like that. But if you don't know your Mars sign, you should really go to Cafe Astrology. I plan on getting through 6 zodiacs today. Um, I'm just thinking we're gonna scoot through Mars first. I gotta do something that's gonna rain from like 2 o'clock on. So attempting to get some of my kids. So if you don't know your Mars sign, you should really, because we're reading on Mars, even though it's each zodiac. So this it's going to be a little different, and I don't know if we're going to get the shadow side of that zodiac, what we're going to get. So, um, well, at least your Venus sign, in case you have Mars in your Venus house. Um, like at least your Jupiter or your Venus, because you relate to all of those. Your Jupiter, your Venus, and your Mars. With me reading Mars. So Mars itself, it's male energy. I'm going to give you the basics real quick. Mars is exalted to the sign of Capricorn, and the sign that falls in Cancer, opposite of the sign. Okay. Um, also at Libra. Thank you. Mars is god of, okay, let me just take myself off of this thing that they have me reading. Holy shit, April. Wow. That's cool though. Not much air there. What is that projector thing? I don't know if that's something somebody's going to be doing. I certainly don't think I could read from that. There's no way. I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. Like I'd have to memorize. So let me just wipe that out of my head real quick. Wouldn't it be that easy if I could just wipe that from my memory? Mars, the god of war, is the ruler of Aries. Mars is a planet of energy, action, and desire. Its survival instinct, it can be thought as the leftover animal nature of man. Mars rules our animal instincts for aggression, anger, and survival. Our sexual desires are ruled under Mars. Venus rules the romantic attraction. Mars is associated with the basic body attraction and the planet of action rather than reaction. With Mars, there's no contemplation before action. The drive is associated with Mars differs from the sun and is that your self-esteem rather than assertion. It's raw energy rather than creative energy. Mars is the push we get to get out of bed in the morning, the drive, the desire, the nature, and our active energy. When we're acting out in Mars, we are assertive, direct, forthright, and adventurous. On the negative side, we can be impulsive, rash, impatient, aggressive, and forceful. Depending on where your house position is, I'm not reading all that. So, Mars in Aries. Now, Mars in Aries, that was just about Mars, okay? Mars in Aries. It's impulsive. Its native is to kind of take quick action, flares up. You can have anger, but it usually doesn't last too long. The fact that these people generally don't live in the past and they're not holding on to grudges, feelings of resentfulness, and their temper comes quickly. They can deal with their anger issues right on. In this kind of character, there is a little room for festering. They don't naturally stop and smell the roses or a point of view. It's deliberating overall. The fact is, deliberation works as lightning speed to the native, so they could be called deliberate. Spontaneity is one of their assets, as simplicity, purity, action, and innovation. Childlike qualities, sexuality in Mars and Aries. Oh, I have all those little sexuality pamphlets. I should do that for each sign. So now I'm going to go to Aries in the first house, which is a little different, guys. Okay, believe it or not. But it is about energetic, enterprising, even forcefulness, aggressions at time, unless Mars is that strong aspect when it comes to Saturn or Neptune. This often means new endeavors with enthusiasm, because it's the house, right? Although they're maybe not present, depending on the rest of your chart, it could be a time of rash. You could be rash, inconsiderate, or overly assertive. People are most often oppressed by your energy and your stamina. That's because it's the house, right? Spontaneity is extremely important, but you might stir up trouble, whether consciously or unconsciously. Your approach to life is physical and active, and you love competition. Now, that's more of like assertiveness, leadership, that type of stuff. That's kind of like Aries qualities, right? But this itself, what like the Mars in the first house, it's really not the same, because it's animal nature, or it's aggressive instincts. Okay, it's drive. So if you have a lot of Aries in your chat, it's going to be hard to balance all three of those, because you're working with the first house, you're working with Aries if it's your sun, moon, Venus, or rising, and you're working with Mars. So it's going to be a little tricky, Yeah, I don't know if you necessarily feel like all over the place, but it will be a little trickier. And where a lot of the planets are right now, it's a lot of fire and a lot of water. So if you have a lot of fire and you have a lot of water, it might be a little easier for you. But I don't want to forget to read on the sexual energy, so let me pull that out. So I just don't know what type of Mars is going to come out for each zodiac troops. You know what I mean? The shadow side, or the side where I'm thinking, I'm reading more sexual energy and like the overall energy. Like it makes sense. Like yesterday I held up those two cards. Which one do you want? Someone who's going to hesitate if you're going to sit on their dick, or you're going to like spread your legs and say go at it? It's one or the other, right? One's more of a shadow side, and it's not a bad thing, but it needs to be addressed, because that affects your confidence, it affects who you are, it affects your character. The other one, it doesn't make her a hoe or a slut or anything like that. It's just she obviously has enough trust in that person to be fearless like that. See what I'm saying? Why the other person can look at it completely different point of view. So I don't think it's going to get like too tricky, but depending on how much Aries you have in your chat, it could become trickier than you would like. Okay, let's put it that way. Oh, Cafe Astrology. I should also, while I was in there, pull well, this is actually going to come in handy. See, I knew I would use that sexuality chart eventually. This is March. I'm going to take that out because I can use that for fire. Come on. Fire, 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 fire. So we're directly across from Neptune too. So I'm going to take Neptune out. Just give me a minute, guys, because I'm going to do each zodiac in the next couple days, but this is going to be, Spirit wanted to use the word intense. I wouldn't have used that word, but there you go. So I'm going to give you an overall of each things and find out where everything is lined up. It only makes sense because we're going to be working with this energy. I'll do 2 reads. I'll do the beginning because this goes to July 4th. So I'll do the beginning and then mid-June we'll do another reading, kind of see where we're at. I do want to read Capricorn as well. And the other one was Cancer, right? Because that's where it's conjunct, right? It was Cancer, Libra. Let me pee. I'm going to need 5 minutes. It was Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's gonna get hot in here too. Mabel must be happy to see Mama. Nick just took off from Chicago on his way home. So bittersweet. I don't want to cry. I spent my night crying and I spent my morning. I cried. He left at 2:30. I said goodbye. And it's just hurt. All right, so let me just look for the things I'm looking for. Just trying to find the planets, and then I just saw my little Mabel. But I screenshotted some things, and I'm just trying to. All right, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra. I think I'm going to stay away from the other planets right now. All right, let me blow my nose. All right, let me find this damn love part. If you're just coming in, always look for the timestamp. This is it. So it's almost like the position of Venus in a man's chart when it comes to like sexuality, love, that type of stuff, right? And the woman is coming in as Mars. So it's kind of the opposite, you know, how it's women are from Venus, men are from Mars, but it's written out differently. So, um, so here's if men are in Aries. I just need that one, and I need to find. Actually, I'm gonna want them all for when I do each zodiac, but we're starting with Aries. If woman Mars is in Aries, okay. I knew this sexual energy little packet that I printed off would come into use at some point, huh? Didn't know it'd be months later. Didn't know it'd be months later. So it's more like, because it is Mars is sexual desire, guys, right? So this is like the sexual astrology of Mars is kind of what I'm reading on and what we're looking at. Okay. So these are just kind of like little sexual secrets of your partner and yourself. When Venus or Mars is in Aries, I need that one. When Venus is Mars is in Cancer. So I'm gonna need that. I'm just getting it situated now, so probably got about 10 minutes if you want to go on Cafe Astrology and find out where your Mars is. Your Mars, find out what your house your Libra's in, your Capricorn, and your Cancer. I can post the link in that. I'm going to copy the link right now for you, and I will post it in the chat. Let me go onto YouTube. I'm going to get this situated in order. So you have plenty of time. I promise I won't stop for 10 minutes. I probably won't stop before that either. You know me. Thanks, TikTok made me buy that our work. So I'm gonna post the Cafe Astrology down there. Did it pop up? Reload site? No, I just wanted to refresh. Can someone hit the like button real quick? Are we paused? No one said anything in like over 10 minutes, and you guys always chat with each other. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did wrong. Nobody's saying anything. Skip ads. Can you hear me? Me. Skip ads. Can you hear me? Me. Skip ads. Okay, I didn't know why that just went through 3 freaking times. All right. I just posted it right there. It's in the link, so you can literally go to Cafe Astrology and find those. Meanwhile, what I want you to find out is where your pop out of this, out of that too. I want you to find out your Mars, right? but exalted sign is Capricorn, and the sign of its fall is Cancer. So your Capricorn, your Cancer, your Mars, and detriment is Libra. Okay. Find out what houses, also find out what house all those signs are in. That way, out of those 4 main groups, categories, zodiacs, your story, you're going to find your shadow side, you're going to find the good aspects of it. You want to know, you want to even know the shadow side. And I really do recommend watching Natalie right now. I really, really, truly do. I started listening to one of her readings, and it was bittersweet. It was really hard to listen to, and I only started listening to it for like 5 minutes. I ain't shitting you, but it's let me go to her channel. I'll tell you which one it is. But oh, she did her Mars and Aries. Oh yeah, I haven't been on YouTube like all week, so she's got quite a few videos I haven't checked out. But this morning I started listening to one, and I was like, oh shit. What do you know but resist on the path of, hold on, let me click on it. Evolution. What do you know but resist on the path of evolution? I don't know if she meant evolution. But anywho, that one. And it's tough, guys, because when something's over, it's over, and you know it's over. So you got to be in a strong mindset to listen to that reading, I'll tell you that. And I feel pretty damn grounded, but today I don't feel as grounded. I think it's just, so I started listening to it this morning, and I was like, probably not the best day. And I think it just has a lot to do. I'll copy it for you and paste it down here. I think it has a lot to do with just Nick and Mabel leaving, It's really hard. I can't even talk about it. It's so hard. But so if you're not feeling so grounded, I wouldn't watch it just quite yet. Okay. I will paste her. I mean, I have my own personal views when it comes to her and my own things, but it's never anything negative about her. She is a blessing. Okay. It's like having a personal reading sometimes. Me and her chat, we never, I mean, in the beginning we read each other, but after that it was just more friendly. How do I copy it? How do I share? Copy link. So I suggest you're kind of grounded on that one. She does have a Mars and Aries. I haven't watched that yet. I won't watch that yet. I want to do mine first. But a lot of people, it's vice versa. Like sometimes it feels like we're just like copying each other, and we're really not. We're just very in tuned. I'm gonna live chat. Okay. So the cafe astrology is up there, and that's Natalie's channel. Okay. So I would absolutely, happy Sunday. I would absolutely watch that. But even listening for 5 minutes, I was like, shit, this is hard to listen to. Especially, when something's over and you don't want to go back because it wasn't for you. There's just, so it's definitely a tough listen. So I suggest you're grounded for that one. All right, so let me finish this up. There was 40 something of you, and now there's 18. So some of you are probably still on cafe astrology, which is a good thing. I don't want Neptune. I'm going to take that away. Okay. Here we go. I'm so crampy. So crampy right now. Okay. Let me just highlight my Aries because we're starting with Aries and it'd be quicker for me. So this depends on where your Mars falls to in which house. Because this is just an example. When somebody's Mars falls in the 5th house, your heart's pounding reaction to strong romantic sexual desires and crushes can be activated. You want each other, although the attraction may not be long lasting unless you are both stable in your position and your symmetry. So stuff like that is important. Okay. I don't know how in depth you want to get, but at the end of the day, this is about your sexuality, where you want to be in that scenario. And that's why I feel like it'd be beneficial to watch Nat's, even though that has nothing to do with Mars and Aries right now, that video, but it's the shadow side. It's the side where Um, Maybe there's something in your your synastry that's just, I don't read synastry, okay? It's just because I think it's silly. Um, you're gonna come into contact with whoever you're meant to come into contact with, vice versa, right? But um, sometimes, like, you guys can have amazing intimacy and sex, but sex and intimacy are different. So you can't change that about a person, so that becomes tough. You can try to work through it by looking at the synergy, but ultimately it comes down to everybody, your partner and you know, addressing the shadow sides that need to be addressed. And a lot of people don't want to address putting on deodorant, don't want to address the shadow side of things. So, and for those who are like moving forward, this and that, you've already addressed a lot of the shadow side because you experienced it while you were already in the connection. When they didn't address the shadow side, another reason why you stepped out of the connection, right? So, but that's just an example. Right now, Mars is in the first house. So, which is ironic because this is indications of sexual attraction, and you're not going to know exactly where the house placements are. Some of you might, but it only gives me the example of the fifth house and the eighth house. I guess that makes sense then. Hold on. I'm just trying to figure out. Because the eighth house is obviously Scorpio, right? It's depth, it's a lot of things, it's mental health, it's other people's resources, it's death itself, it's so. And then the fifth house is sex, children, creativity, energy. But it was more or less with the fourth house with Cancer and then Capricorn, career, public roles, and then parents, house, and foundations. So that's not really helping me right this second. So let me highlight the Aries that got sidetracked with that example. I get why obviously they're throwing Venus into it, but I'm trying to figure out how much of that I really want to get into. So the man in Aries and the woman in Mars. So basically, if we're talking about I don't know if I quite want to put it that way either. Because you gotta factor in the man's moon sign, because that's emotions, right? So there's certain things here I might not want to get into, because that's a whole nother level of. I'm going to separate the Aries for right now. It's the eye of the tiger. Let's start with that. This is more synergy right here. Because, yeah, we'll read the Moon Mars aspect of it. Eros play a role in sexual attraction as well, which is Venus, guys. I'm just trying to. Your ascendant, okay, is your rising, right? But it's the psyche. Conjunct opposites. That's why it's the Cancer and Capricorn. Again, I'm talking out loud. I'm just trying to figure out how to place it for you within each zodiac. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, because if you're Aries and then I have to go, conjunctions and do all that, then that's going to take up more time and it's not really necessary. You can find that out very easily putting in your chart information. So, all right, so let's start with that. All right, so I will go back and timestamp when I read the differences between the Mars, the Aries, and The house placement. Oh, I just need a pad of paper. Okay. All right, we're ready. And I'll only be gone for a couple hours, and then I'll be back to finish out the following 5 signs, which won't clearly take as long as this. Aries read. Ooh, it's just 57. So I'm already starting off with messages, folks. Spiritual meaning of 57. I don't see that one often. And it doesn't even come in doubled. So hold on. So it's basically just amplified. Looks like that's about to say that your path is in perfect position, but I don't read that one. So hold on. I read this one. So basically, with this one in particular, it's 5 sevens, 5 5, 7 7, 5 7 5 7, 5 5 5 7, 5 7 7 7. Okay. The 5 and the 7 combination brings about changes in many ways, particularly on the inner and emotional level. This number combination is validation that you're about to go through some changes that will enrich your life, either physically, emotionally, spiritually, or intellectually, or a combination of all. So stay on your path. Okay. Now I want to see if I can get the camera almost at a boat face. So, and I really wanted blue, the blue for you, but we're going to stick with orange. What color is Aries? Red, right? Ruled by Mars. Rust, saffron. All right, so it is red, but rust saffron. So it's ironic that I left this color for you because I really wanted to change it to blue. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll do it later. So that's a sign too. Okay. Obviously we know it's a fire element. By Aries, Mars. What else is it going to give me? Aquarius is more blue. Aries is red, Taurus is green, Gemini is yellow, Cancer is silver, Leo's orange, Virgo is brown, Libra is pink, Scorpio is black. Probably why I wear so much black. Sagittarius is purple, Capricorn is gray, Aquarius is blue, and Pisces is light green. Now they're always going to fluctuate, guys. But like Aries is red, but so isn't rust, the rusty color, and that's exactly kind of like this orange, right? Because it's like we're looking at different shades too, different spectrums. But which one's yellow? Gemini. Yeah, see, that's funny. Yellow is my favorite color, and I got 4 placements of Gemini. My Vedic is Gemini. I got 4 placements of Scorp, 4 placements of Taurus. So and if you guys like color a lot, like say you don't know your placements, right? I know I gotta stop the read. But for instance, say you don't know your placements and your favorite color is yellow, like mine. And then obviously I go to my chart and it's like, all right, great. Well, that is kind of ruled by Gemini, right? That's telling you there's a lot of Gemini in your chart. Or it's kind of what you pull to when it comes to color. And it could have to do with your psyche, it could have to do with your emotions, stuff like that too, right? So but I like black a lot, and pink. But when it comes to like what's around you, all right, I'm not even gonna get into that. So I want to try to set the camera up for you guys. Okay, so that way you can look right down at it. That's sticky. Sticky, 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 sticky. All right, let's do this. Hi, Sheldon. I don't know if I should put you here. I'll put you there. Let me just lay out the cards on how I want, which is ironic because I want to do it how I did it yesterday for the overall collective energy. So, I forgot there was a Band-Aid on. Okay, I'm going to take a little trip underneath here. I'm going to go this way because I had you all tangled. Okay, whoa, talk about zoomed in, right? So I can do it that way or that way, because then you got less and then let me just put you under here so you're more stable. And then I can get this out of you guys' way too. Just give me a minute. I need that under there. Okay, so let me just move this stuff out of the way. So this part is situated. Oh, you need some sun. You need some sun. Let me move you out of the way. I think it's important that we might use you. We might possibly use you. You Where is my romance angels? Okay, so the reading really didn't start at number 1. I'm 1 hour, clearly. So that can go way over here. You guys can go way over here. I need these out of my way. I'm going to put you over here. I'm going to put you over here. Okay. There we go. Right. Okay. Look at that fucking stain. Driving me nuts. Guess I'll be throwing this in the garbage. Okay. I was just looking for that watch the other day. I don't know why I couldn't find it, because it's not where it's supposed to be. That's why. Okay. So. All right. So, you're not allowed to slide. I need that over there. Well, did that slide drastically when I grabbed something? It did, right? We're good though, right? We're good. And I can actually bring you down a little bit, even closer. How's that, guys? That's good, right? Look, you get a little bit of my cute little boy there. Okay. Look at self-care. I almost said self-indulgement. All right. Wow, my dry from yesterday. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'll be reading these upright. Did I just take from this pile? I did. Okay. Yeah, that one too. All right. Just real quick. I just want to, for some reason, it wants me to do this. And this is more of like a quick, I wouldn't say collective, but just want to see what it's trying to tell me here. I was just literally counting the cards because I felt like maybe one was missing and one was not missing. So Five of Swords, Four. Okay, so I'm going to go with just air. It's telling me we have the 2, 3, 5. Okay, so we have the 2, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords. So I don't know if this is a collective or just part of Aries. I'm just going to do it this way. So we have a lot of air here. More air than anything. Okay. Only one fire. So 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords. You have the 7 of Cups and the Page of Cups. You have the 4 of Wands for fire. You have the Sun, which is fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. You have the Fool, which could be Aquarius. And why am I spacing it? It's how I read it. It's the Fool, it's Aquarius, or dear Lord. How on earth am I spacing that? Saying air, which Aquarius, but I always say something else. Oh, fuck, man. Anywho, I can't let that hold me up. The Sun, the Fool, and the Hangman. Okay, which is, this is more like punishment than sacrifice. So when it comes to air, we're in Aries. When it comes to air, okay, 2, 3, 5. We do kind of have a 4 here. Would be missing the 6 and going right to the 7, so it would still be confusion. I'm trying to figure out how they want me to read this because this is the way they wanted me to read it. This is not the Aries read yet. It's clearly part of the Aries read though. I don't know if there's some type of confusion here. Like it's like someone's kind of watching you. It's like your mind. So I'm not like super crazy about that vibe. Because that's supposed to be like Prince Charming, and that's not Prince Charming. Okay. The Sun, the Fool, and the Hangman. I think someone feels punished, but I also feel like someone's not making a sacrifice. It's almost like I can come and get you, you're mine. Narcissistic energy or out to win energy, or somebody thought they were going to win and didn't win. There could be a third party energy here that's extremely jealous of another feminine. They're calling this a bonus read. So, because what I'm getting here is more obsession, watching, stalking, looking over your social media, kind of hooked on you. This, regardless of how I'm reading this is positive, guys, because the major arcana that's here is like a fresh start, stepping into something. Your outcome is the sun. Okay, so it's good. You could be dealing with a liar right now too, lying about how they feel about you, because really they don't want you to have options. They're looking at it like you're mine. Okay, well, I guess that's too bad in some scenarios, right? It is what it is. This jealousy I get here is different than this jealousy. I feel like there's a third party, because I'm just looking at the woman. So there's just something here where I don't know. But somebody wants something solid and stable in this situation. Again, there's a good outcome, but the in-betweens or what's going on now is definitely the negative side of Aries. It's like the shadow side, and it reminded me about my papers, but I don't need these right this second because this is just apparently a bonus read. What's up?
You ready?
No, I told you I wasn't bringing you. Why are you looking at me like that? You're making me feel bad. I told you to have Dad grab you.
Huh?
I told you to have Dad grab you.
Oh, you said you could bring me.
No, I made that very clear. And then I said, if you wanted to wait until I left, then you could.
You said, yeah, well, I actually could bring you. I'm like, you can't bring me? You're like, oh, I could bring you.
I could bring you. It's just going to be later, I said. What's the big deal? Dad can grab you.
Oh, he's already there.
Okay, well, I'll call him and have him come get you. So I'm not leaving for like an hour, so I'm sorry, buddy. I just started this. It's been a shit show. I'm going to call him. It's just him, right? You're not talking to me? Hi. Hey, can you hear me? Can you come grab Caden? I think he thought there was just miscommunication. I think he thought I was going to bring him, but I just started something. You are picking him up? Jesus. Well, he just said to me, all right, can you bring me? So I don't know what that was all about. Okay. All right. So
I just the last thing I said was make sure he fills up the Yeti full of water. It's just me and him playing ball.
Right. Okay.
I just want to make sure he has water. Otherwise, I'm going to grab us some at the store. But if he doesn't, I think he said he had a Yeti the last time. So.
Okay. So you'll be here in like 10, 15?
No, I'll be there in 10 or under now.
Okay. You got cash on you? You want to just stop at Cobbitts? I can give him. I don't think I have cash on me. You can just grab him a gallon of water.
I can get him one. I just want to know if he had a Yeti with ice. It'd be better than just grabbing a gallon. It's going to get warm.
Right. Well, he can take my Yeti and fill it with ice, but then you guys can use like the gallon. You can just keep like replenishing.
Yeah, I can go get a gallon of water.
Okay. Britt's having the baby next Sunday.
On the 31st. Yeah. I think that's Tuesday.
Is she having a C-section?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Super exciting. You can just add another one to your crew, Dan.
Yeah, that's it.
No, well, it's still happy. You know I love babies.
Yeah, I know that.
So, I know. All right. Go ahead, what were you going to say? You there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll tell him to be ready. I'm going to tell him right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be about 5 minutes now.
Okay, Dad will be here in 5 minutes. Okay. Fill that up with ice, and he's put all ice in that, and then he's going to
I don't want to feel ice right now.
You want me to do it?
The cup's dirty.
All right, I'll do it. Hold on. Let me get. Okay. I just remembered we have a bag of ice down here. Okay. Alright, you listening to, are you paying attention? Dad's gonna be here. Okay, well the ice is right here, but you gotta pay attention. Jeez. Sorry guys. Okay. So there might be an interruption, clearly. Okay. Sorry, I just had to call Kim's dad. Okay. So, are you guys with me? Because I know my phone actually shuts off when I'm talking because it's connected. So can you guys hear me? Perfect. Could you hear the conversation? Or does it like go mute? You could hear the conversation. Not a big deal. I just didn't know if it went mute. I didn't know if like the camera did something. Okay. So he's having another baby. Jesus. Good luck to him. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 4. So this is more obsession, like your mind. It's odd, but somebody wants something solid here. Somebody feels like they're being punished. I don't know what that's about. It is great. You go from the very first card for this little bonus read to the beginning of the major arcana to the end of the major arcana. So like whatever this is good and can be solid, but clearly there's lots going on that is not being addressed. Okay. I don't know if somebody thinks you have options, you're dating. I don't know what's going on here. This is somebody who's got feelings for you, but clearly not telling you. All right. Because this is somebody who's like indecisive, not making decisions, but it's painful too at the same time. But then I do feel like there's another woman here manipulating a situation or is extremely jealous. Like maybe they thought they would win. And the thing is it's not about winning. That's just it. But these two energies together is like wanting to win. This is somebody who's got a lot of feelings for you, wants to be with you, but clearly you have options, or you're keeping your options open. So again, this bonus read is good, but to me, it's like, what do you want again here? Because to me, it's like wanting something solid. There's nothing solid here. I don't know if you feel like you're being punished, somebody else is feeling punished. I don't know if like there's a parental figure here that's influencing a situation. Even if there's a third party scenario here, I don't think it's anything that needs to be worried about. Not your problem, but at the same time is your problem, but not your problem. To me, it's not your problem right now because it doesn't look like you're in this scenario. Take a risk, being strategic, options, not showing your hand, gambling. But that's like that's not somebody who's taking a chance with this energy. So there is an energy here that's being strategic. And that to me, that's not you being this person. Because here I can see options. I can see different things, like, you know, but like there is somebody here that just expects maybe a handout, expects you to know what they're thinking, what they want. I don't know if it's this energy or not, because we have 3 energies here. We got 2 women. Could be multiple women if you're dating, but this looks like there was something that was long term, because there's something that like hurts. It doesn't feel like it's you guys. So it's somebody, it's more than being strategic, it's manipulative. So, and I just feel like it's coming from somebody on the outskirts of the relationship, or what it is you guys actually had. Meeting, conversating, savoring the moment, friendship. So to me, it's somebody who's acting like a friend, but they're really a foe. There's strategy behind it. Okay. So be aware there's an influence. There's a woman influencing. There's somebody acting like a friend when they're a foe. So I don't know who that is for you. Here we have, this is somebody who's like your mind, like watching you from a distance. I do feel a protective energy here, but it's more obsession. This is more somebody like, instead of telling you, they'd rather just like pick you up and lift you away, but that's not very realistic, is it? All right, so time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So that's probably you guys. I wouldn't say it's the masculine energy. Like I said, you're probably not in this scenario.
Bye-bye.
Bye, I love you. Have fun. Endings, beginnings, bring new beginning. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, new transition. So you're going through a transition here. So that's more this energy of you guys. And this one's probably struggling a bit. There's no question there, because they're like, they either think you're dating or somebody else scooped you up. But really, you're just kind of doing you at this point. I don't even see another man or woman around you right this second, right? So this is kind of just knowing what you want here with the 4 of Wands. So let's see what this 4 of Wands is all about. Man. Clock. Cycles, time to heal, progress. So if this is more of like a solid foundation, you got axe, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. So this is telling me you're more solid in separation. You feel more solid. Okay. It's you had to stop some type of pattern here, some type of game, some type of manipulation. And then I wanted to sing some type of fright. I don't know if that's Sinead O'Connor. Some people want it. It just took me to Shrek, but some type of danger, some type of fright. Needs time, cycles, time to heal. You're making progress. So you are solid. Okay, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Like you definitely left a scenario, but you feel more solid. That sucks. So there was nothing stable in this bonus read. Okay. Just remember this outcome, whatever this is for you guys, it is a fresh start. It just is probably a really hard fresh start because you clearly wanted something solid and it just didn't go down that way. There seems to be some type of influence, toxic energy that was influencing somebody else. So at the end of the day, guys, you really don't want to be with somebody who, is choosing toxic energy over something solid. Because this, to me, is they had a solid opportunity to sweep you off your feet, So it's not like they didn't have a chance. So to me right now, single, ready to mingle. And date with punishment. Yeah, so meeting somebody new, getting it back out there. So and then somebody else feels like it's a punishment, like they're being punished, because you moved on. But again, if you ask me, they had opportunities to make something solid and they didn't. Okay, so they didn't make sacrifices when you probably would have. You clearly wanted the new start. You wanted something. You wanted a better outcome. It just didn't go down that way. So this bonus read, there's somebody new coming in. Okay. Could it be this person? You start dating this person, getting back out there, and it's this person that's feeling that energy? Possibly, but that's not somebody new, right? That's more of a masculine energy. So I really feel like it's the other way around. And at the bottom of this stack, it was, the runner codependent relationship. They could have been codependent on you, or they were already in a codependent toxic scenario, family scenario, okay, and fear of intimacy and listening to their ego. So you didn't even really get the best of this person, unfortunately. Okay, so all right, let's start Aries. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. Some people once told me this kind of wrong. So your moon in Aries, okay, can generate strong feelings right now that's often physical and emotional all at one time. With Mars, person involved taking the most intuitive in this relationship, which can be very attractive to the person in that moon energy, okay? The ruler of Capricorn, this is because the Capricorn and the Cancer. So love in general right now, okay? 2022 general. We have a real mix of energies this year with the outer planet spread between the 4 main elements in the 3 modes. This suggests opportunities and challenges that are more equally in each sign. Nevertheless, some signs do stand out of the pack. These signs will be Leo, Cancer, and Virgo. Libra and Scorpio will have the most direct influences in their relationships this year. Okay, so for the next 6 months, especially if you got it's Leo, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. This has nothing to do with just your sun sign. It's how many placements of this, how many placements are in your chart. Like I'm a Cancer sun, but I don't have that many placements. Like my Mercury is Cancer, like certain things, right? But I do have a lot of Scorp. So whether you're Vedic, Western, it's Leo, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. That's going to have more of a direct influence, okay? So I'll give you a prime example. I'm a Scorpio rising, and I need that depth. If somebody comes into my life and I can't feel that emotional connection or that depth, it's a no-go for me. It just, we don't mesh. I need that. I crave that. My passion comes from that, okay? So Aries and Taurus tend to be more focused on their independence and autonomy at this time, similar to last year. That's tough because Taurus is fixed, right? It could be a very stubborn sign, and Aries is so it's going to be more tough if you got a lot of Aries or Taurus. But Aries is now we'll go Mars in Aries, so you're going to be more focused on your independence, okay? I just hope there's going to be enough growth there if there's still some type of shadow from last year. You're going to be going through a considerable amount of growth in your personalities and will more often need space to sort things out. On the other hand, Libras and Scorpios may more often feel at the mercy of their relationships. Okay, so be careful there too, because that's getting into the shadow side of a situation. Got to be careful there. Aries. Quick actions yield immediate results. The undertakings that involve the self and personality. Staying power may be lacking. Self-assertion, I also heard may be lacking. Taking on challenges, okay, and beginning short-term projects. So, if you're a man, if your Venus is in Aries, but we're also going by Mars right now, they're all like together, okay? So, if you're dealing with a man versus dealing with a woman, and remember, we can be either or. You can be a woman in a very masculine energy because this is a masculine sign. Okay, so if you're a woman right now, look at it as this is your masculine side. You see what I'm saying? Don't just look at this one-sided. So the masculine side of any gender is often attracted to the tomboyish woman, perhaps athletic in appearance, but more importantly, direct, forthright, and straightforward. Ultra-sensitive or shy women are not usually the most attractive women to men right now, as they tend to prefer strong and individual types and independent types. So, again, no matter what gender, this is more like right now in this energy until July 4th and a few more days, right? But Mars is a 2-year transit, but I'm just saying in general, you're more direct, forthright, straightforward is what you like, okay? Ultra-sensitive, shy women is just not that attractive at this time, okay? So, if a woman's Mars is in Aries, again, vice versa, no matter what gender, okay? She's often attracted to a strong, independent, and forthright man, perhaps athletic in appearance, but more importantly, direct, confident, and straightforward. Ultra-sensitive or shy men are not usually the most attractive men to these women. They tend to prefer strong and independent types. Men who don't beat around the bush, who state what they want and display a certain level of confidence are ideal. Okay, so both of these are kind of meshing It's kind of saying you like the direct, straightforward, confident, fuck the games, all the little stuff that we saw in the bonus. That makes sense, right? So it's like being on the park bench. You want it or you don't want it. Like you don't want in between. You don't want gray. Okay. And the thing is, I think the men are attracted to the strong, independent type women like that, but afraid to pursue it. They're not being assertive, and therefore, you end up where you end up. It would have been nice if I had one of these on Aries. Okay. So Venus and Mars, or in the Aries. Look for somebody. Okay, so you can tend to look for somebody in trouble in love. They're addicted to their own conquest. Their heads are outrageous and ego zones. When they love it when you mess up your hair and grab their face and you're making love. This can be rather selfish in bed and quick. They can get impatient with too much foreplay, preferring it to be on the right point. Sometimes aggressive and generally fast, these lovers are sincere, enthusiastic in their sexual expression, but not always consistent. Their desires are powerful indeed, while other signs are most aroused by the romance of the moment. People in these positions are especially aroused by their partner's sexual organs, plain and simple. These people fall into the crush category easily when they feel alive, when somebody has desire. So that's just the overall in general with the Mars. I don't have the Mars in Aries for some reason. I could probably find that on Cafe Astrology, but I'm not going to do that right this second. I don't know why that wasn't in there. So and I already read that. So we'll leave it at that right this second. But you want that innocent, you want that purity. Some of them look for trouble. It's like an addicted to the conquest. And that's kind of what I saw in the bonus read. Their heads are in the ego, They might even be selfish in bed. And I did get that vibe with, we had the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands in yesterday's read with the collective read, right? It's like, I don't think it's going to be hard to find somebody on the same page as long as you're honest and straightforward about what you want. But not everybody has the confidence to do that. So I will say with the Venus or the Mars in Taurus, and I'm going to read that because it has to do with Venus. The sexual nature involves all senses. Touch, smells are important to these lovers. They are most physical and sensual partners. No frill sex quite fine, as long as reputation or spontaneously a physical contact of variety. Nevertheless, truly right for you. Most difficult Taurus. Hold on. I'm finding regular partners particularly important. So Taurus would rather have like that one partner. Their sexual stamina during lovemaking is long-lasting and steady. Although generally patient, their style of nature and in their physical and intellectual, the sex act would be severe to baffle Taurus. So it actually serve a Taurus to have more of spontaneity, variety. So it's just different types of sex. Basically, you don't want boring sex. I'll read the one in Cancer too, because they're conjunct. More sensitive. You could be a sensitive, sweet lover. Okay, not really pouting, romantic, googly-eyed. They're turned on by safe scenarios. More, I think it's what it's saying is like more of somebody that's domineering than more of a submissive. A more exciting idea of making a baby, love ideas in your bed. They're known for the sign to be attracted to breast. And they might masculine or feminine stereotypes, leads to fantasy. Don't always let you know what turns into Cancers. Don't always let you know what turns them on, despite their sexual needs. Protective. They want to feel protective, smoothing, devoted, and emotional. Romantic, sentimental touches add special things to the equation. Where's Capricorn? Just want to get a quick idea of Capricorn's not even in here. Man's Venus in Capricorn, he often finds a woman whose aura is compensative with her, very appealing. More classic looks, career-oriented is most appealing. Sometimes older women are especially appealing to these men. A woman's Mars in Cancer, more of a sensitive type, compassionate, sensitive, protective. Holy funny. Remember Shrek? These women sometimes are attracted to temperamental shorts, finding moodiness in a man rather intriguing. They want men with layers. Remember Shrek? However, they're not into the type of sensitive man of Mars a Piscean woman is most attracted to. Men that Mars in Pisces, women are more attracted to. The fact they generally want men who are strong, traditionally masculine. Generally, these women prefer men who are physically strong or at least look that way. Remember, they love to feel protected. So you're getting a whole bunch of, if a woman's Mars is in Capricorn, she's generally attracted to competent men, perhaps well-established, business-like oriented. She doesn't necessarily go after status, but she does want a man who has an aura. Competence about him. She's looking for a certain level of security, unimpressed with the drifters, unimpressed with being irresponsible or flighty. A stable, direct man with goals in life are responsible, even serious enough to life. So the attitude of life is important to the woman. So if he's got a shit attitude and he's not focused on more than just like one thing, you can count that type of energy out too. So very particular energy. And Capricorns do like long term. Okay, practical undertakings, careers, making business plans, practical investments. And it's tough because I got a moon in Capricorn, so I like stability myself. Okay, so it's like if my emotions are not stable, you don't have a shot with me, you know. And if you're dealing with a narcissist, good luck with that. It's tough, guys. But I always find my Capricorn moon being difficult in relationships because I got a lot of water, I got a lot of fire, air. Like I got a well-rounded chart. But your moon controls your emotions too, right? So if that's like me, gray area does not fucking work. It just doesn't. So, and depending on where your moon is at, it's really important too, you know. So, Aries, Aries, Mars and Aries. Let's do this. Some people once told me the world is dumb. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. It's funny they even mentioned Shrek in there, and that song came out before I even read that. Okay. So that tells me that you might be dealing with somebody who is more of a water sign. They can be an Aries, right? But more where was that? So it's the Cancer. So it's more like the men or the women for Aries right now. You're dealing with somebody, and I'm not positive, but Shrek is a song that just came for you guys, right? Remember Shrek? So if a woman's Mars is in Cancer or vice versa, I think I said my Mars is in Cancer, but I can't even remember my Mercury's in Cancer. I think my Mars is in fire. That's strange that I said that. But Cancer is a water sign, okay? It's all about home life, feeling secure, family, children, that type of stuff. So I think, which is ironic, in the beginning I did say it's a lot of water and fire. Okay. And it is about like the Cancer and then conjunct Capricorn as well. And Capricorn likes stability. They like things that are solid, things that are reliable. So if this has anything to do with emotions, if you can't get that from somebody, if you can't get that compassion, feeling protected, that type of energy, sensitive to your feelings, or they make fun of how you're sensitive to feelings, like it's just not a good mesh, guys. Okay. These women, so get women out of the head. It's more feminine energy. The feminine energy sometimes is attracted to temperamental shorts, finding moodiness in a man rather intriguing. So that's like here and there. That's not somebody who can't step out of something because it's temperamental. Okay. If you're dealing with somebody who's not in tune with their own feelings, this is going to be tough because they want men with layers. Okay. And men have all sorts of layers, but if they stay within one layer and they wear one mask for too long, you're going to look at Shrek as not Shrek, not the Shrek you want. Okay. However, they are not into the type of sensitive men where Mars and Pisces and women are most attracted to. We don't got to worry about that. The fact they generally want men that are strong and traditionally masculine, but they got to be able to show their feminine side too. And I think that's what's happening is they're too masculine with the ego. Generally, these women prefer men who are physically strong or at least look that way. Remember, they like to feel protected. Okay, so if you don't have a man around you and you have strong Aries in your chart, and this is the masculine energy, right? If somebody's not sensitive to your needs, or you don't feel protected, you don't feel grounded, they don't really have compassion towards you or your feelings, you can count this person out. That's a given. Mars in Aries. Mars in Aries. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from the usual type and expectations. Stay optimistic about your love life, flirt, and honeymoon. So, try to stay open-minded, stay optimistic. Extend lighthearted energy to others. Right off the rip, though, someone might ask you on vacation. I don't know. Right off the rip, though, like there's nothing here that's telling me to being a like nothing that like no assertion is what I'm getting. And then you have success. I know that there's no greater goal than to love. Okay. So, you know, again, it looks positive. It's telling you to stay more optimistic. Which is weird, guys, because I don't typically read these, and they're telling me to read them. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ than the usual type. Stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, which is just enjoying time together. And then you have, for the overall lesson, is success. So your lesson here is to choose love. That's your best goal in life right now is love, not work, not friends, not, you know, it's love. It's a soul connection. So I don't know if you're going after different types of goals, depending, you know, especially I'm just, you know, money and love are the two most powerful things, right? So if this is telling you your lesson in life right now, your goal should be unconditional love, self-love, connections that, you know, mutual love. Your self-talk might not be that great right now. You might want to work on your self-talk. This looks like you're imagining or fantasizing about getting away. And this is somebody, you could be dealing with somebody taboo or religious or cultural differences or ethnicity. Your soulmate may differ than the usual type, than what you expect or what you expect other people's expected, but like who cares, right? So I do feel like there's Aries energy here of there's judgment energy here. Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. So unfortunately, someone's behavior here must really suck ass, because somebody's like, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed right now. And I hate that that's your song. So you could be dealing with a man that could be an Aries sun, but their Venus is a water sign. And if that energy does not know how to balance the fire and the water, and then your sexual partner is who knows what sign you are, it's tough, guys. I mean, this is positive, but I'm also, reading the shadow side of things here, because that's what we're dealing with. You got the positive side and the shadow side of things, guys. Let me just take care of this real quick. Where are you guys at? I'm on YouTube, so I'm just trying to get a general time. Can you please ask her? Perfect. I will meet you there. Okay. Here's the water. Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups. So somebody walks away from the situation, or somebody walks away from their emotions, walked away from what they wanted. Somebody's just looking for more contentment right now. You could be dealing with a player. You could be dealing with somebody who's acting like a player. Because this is wanting more fulfillment. Mars in Aries. Next few weeks. Mars in Aries. Next few weeks. First half of this transit, please. Mars in Aries. First half of this transit, please. Somebody for sure likes control. Here, guys, I don't like this vibe. This is like, it's force, but it's like Ten of Fire is carrying too much weight, like not like You got no room on your calendar type of energy, not making room for what's important, focused on one thing. And right now it's not love, and you're all up in your feelings. So your intuition is kind of telling you right off the rip, you should be listening to your intuition on the direction you should be freaking going. But it's like, it's not. You're carrying, too many burdens, or you're choosing to like overextend yourself here. And it is my Aries right here, King of Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, but that is the card of Aries. Okay. So but I don't like this vibe, because I'm reading intuitively right now and I'm channeling. So I'm not really trying to pick up on the energy like that of what the meaning of the card is, more the depiction. And like, look at the damn depiction. Not freaking great. I mean, it's not extreme, but I mean, it's fucking extreme. And I say not extreme because it's the 10 of fire, but the image itself is extreme. There's definitely a fucking control issue here. But you're staying in something that's stagnant, or like somebody else walked away from a situation, but I don't know, like if you, like your word is assertion for some reason, okay? Like, but there is not enough ambition, like assertion, like going after it. But like, they'll tell me the exact definition for you. Webster's dictionary. What's the word? Assertion? Was I using the word assertion? What? Is that the word I said? So somebody's confused on what that word even means, since they want me to get the exact definition of it, but I don't even remember what I said. Assertive? Not enough assertion. That's what it is. Definition of assertion. Confident, forceful. Like a fact or a belief. Action stating something or exercising authority confidently or forcefully. But this is not confidently. This is more control. Like assertion, like his assertion that his father had deserted the family. Like there's just stuff here that's holding an energy back. I don't know if it's a family situation, a father figure, assertion of his legal rights. I don't know if there's so to me, not enough confidence, not enough assertion. There was just 24. There's definitely spiritual meaning of 24. You'll soon be entering a time of change and spiritual awakening. This may indicate that you may add a new spiritual practice to your daily routine. Small changes can play significant roles in the development. So this would probably be more of an awakening for somebody, even though I don't really see that energy. It is saying to put your focus elsewhere. Be patient. The bigger plan needs to fall into place with the right opportunity, rather than jump into it first thing. Interest, small things, guide, right directions. Not be too hasty making choices or decisions. So this is also telling me that somebody is you're not optimistic. You're more of a pessimist. You're taking fear. You're taking things, and you're placing fear for long-term possibilities or situations. So this someone's self-talk sucks ass right now. That's all I gotta say. Like, this is somebody who can look at an outcome but places fear with it, places negativity with it, places, oh, it won't work that way, or it won't. Like, there's definitely control issues here too. Like, you're dealing with somebody who's not assertive, but they're assertive only when it comes to them feeling powerful, them feeling like they're in control of a situation. So it's ironic because the energy itself right now, and the sexual energy and stuff like that, is more like that's not the type of control a feminine's looking for. or a masculine's looking for. This is a different type of assertion. This is like asserting yourself and like, you're mine and that's it. You like it's like lots of different messages here. But it's like the Aries men looking at it like that. Like it's like in the whole bonus read, like you're mine. Like it's oh man, yeah, there is a lot here. And it's like, again, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. So I can't tell if this is self-talk or if it's like smarten up, be better, right? Because like it's almost like somebody thinks they have a magical penis here and it can solve all the fucking problems. But if they're trying to be domineering and it's like there's two different domineering here. This energy on the board is like the shadow side. It's the aggression. It's like they might fantasize foreplay and all that, like pin you against the wall, but like they're not doing that. They're taking their shadow side of Mars, the shadow side of Aries. They're fantasizing in the water, but the way they're being assertive is there's like they can imagine being spontaneous and throwing you against the wall, right? But it's like it's almost like the feminine can feel like there's no desire, there's no passion, because his brain is focused on how his penis is going to feel and not how she's interpreting a situation. Because this is the sexual side I'm of the zodiacs that I'm reading, guys. It's the intimate part, and it's like this is not the intimacy. This is not an emotional depth of intimacy. This is somebody's thinking if they just throw you against the wall or do this, or if that's what you want, then you're good. But they're thinking about their own satisfaction here, and that's a problem. It's like, I can't get no satisfaction, because this person's only thinking about themselves right now. And they think because you walked away, or if they walk away, but it's like, even if they walked away from a scenario, they walked away because they couldn't get in tune with their own emotions, pushing you away, right? They like this because this is more about them, unfortunately, on how they feel and what they want and what they think you want. But what they think you want is not what you want, clearly. I don't know if this person literally thinks they have a magical penis and that's what binds you. It's very odd, the vibe I'm getting here. And this is what needs to shift here. Flirt. Extend the lighthearted energy. This is like, the King of Fire is non-committal sometimes. It's usually someone who takes action, but like this isn't an energy of taking any type of action. That's like, there's so much weighing you down. It could be your own confidence. Somebody could feel like their penis is their best quality. I hate to say it. Maybe somebody doesn't feel good enough. She looks, I hate to judge like this, but more fit, healthy. This is more like overweight. It's just two different type of, I feel like I'm being really judgmental right now. And I know my spirituals don't care if you're fat, you're thin, you're tall, you're skinny. Okay, so don't take it that way. But this energy doesn't feel like as beautiful as the other energy is what I'm trying to get at. So there's a self-confidence issue here. So this is not somebody who is intimate with themselves like that. This is energy where it's like, it's all about me and the feeling and getting off. And it's, like, yay, exciting, So I think it's like somebody here doesn't feel good enough, which is silliness because you had something great here. You had somebody who probably loved you unconditionally. I mean, there's no question. Somebody that was more positive. You definitely have an optimist and a pessimist. Like, so it's tough because it's like you want more, but you're still stuck here. And you're just watching somebody else instead of really working on you. You're more like, how can I pull her in sexually? And that's not cool because this type of intimacy is a different type of intimacy that's not being reached. There's no compassion. There's no sensitivity. There's no protection. And those are the things that the women or men, the masculine or feminine side, are looking for right now. And there's no compassion here. This is all about me. This isn't like two people in daydreaming. This is like all about me, 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 me. There's no compassion. There's no protection. There's nothing sensitive about this situation. I don't know if there's some type of sexual magic here, but not in a good way. First half of this transit, please. Six of Earth. And then Knave of Fire, which is the Page of Wands. So this is somebody flighty. This is like flight risk. This is somebody flighty. It's the Page of Wands. Player type energy. Thinks they can create that balance, but there's no balance. There needs to be balance. But I'm telling you right now, there's zero balance. Someone could try to gift you something, but even then it's coming from the Page of Fire. I mean, the Knight of Fire. So it's not really a gift. Maybe somebody, again, thinks their penis is a gift, There needs to be balance, but because there's no balance, this person will be walking away with their head down. Tell me about this Seven of Cups. Eight of Wands, wanting to talk, wanting to, it's 2 8s, but you got a 7 in between, confused, not really knowing how to do it. You got the Tower here, again, really not knowing how to do it. This is somebody who wants to kind of like sext, which is texting, and it's like, or communicate sexually right now. Or is looking at your pictures, masturbating. I feel like someone's trying to pull you in here too. Trust me, that will backfire. You got the Tower right there. Tell me about this King of Fire. You got the Queen of Fire. So it could be a good court couple here, right? But you're not going to turn the Queen of Fire on. This is somebody who needs start to finish in a way, right? You're dealing with a woman here that's bored right now. She needs more seduction, more temptation. She's not interested in what somebody's trying to give, how they're trying to insert their energy, okay? And a Queen of Fire is not going to fuck with the Knight of Fire like that. They want a king. But do you see the problem here? This woman and that's looks like feminine hands. So I don't know if you're going to be going with the opposite sex here or thinking about it. 'Cause, I mean, I guess that could be her hands. But I did notice it is pleasure, you know, lots of different things turn her on. Maybe people watching can turn her on. I don't know for everybody, but that's the type of pleasure she wants right now. Someone to take care of her, someone to make her feel good, safe, protected. That's the intimacy someone's looking for. And the intimacy that's coming off is this type of energy. So this is not a good mesh here because you have an energy here of a masculine that thinks apparently he has a magical penis and that's what saves relationships or situations, or like, God, we have good sex. Why would she walk away from it? And it's like, well, because there's no intimacy here. There's not the intimacy this type of energy is looking for. So ladies, like, that's the fire within you right now too, right? Is you're not getting anything here. You're by yourself here, you're by yourself here, you're by yourself here. You see what I'm saying? So the type of energy that's around you or lurking is not doing it for you right now. I mean, it's obvious. You got the Four of Wands. I mean, the Four of Cups with the three of Earth. It's like, yeah, you might like people watching, or it's like fantasy, or I don't know. People are kind of watching here. Guides do not watch this type of energy, right? So that kind of looks extraterrestrial. So I don't know if this woman switches roles too, shapeshifts. She could shapeshift. That's a whole nother fucking story. Your brain could just be elsewhere, but if you're placing your brain here where it's like, oh yeah, it feels so good and it's intimate, like it's, you're not actually getting that feeling. If you look back at having intimate moments with this person, it's not like that. Maybe some moments, but there's some moments where you can put yourself here and then it's like you step out of it. It's not start to finish. You need something more intriguing, more. It's a different type of desire or protectiveness. Like, it's hard to explain the vibe I'm picking up on. But this is like, this would be boring. You're not interested. You're not interested in this. It's obvious you're not interested in this. This is a card of sometimes rejection or an opportunity coming back around, but it's also a card of boredom, right? Like right now, like that you're not looking for that. You're looking for that. Hot, heavy, steamy. You want all sides of intimacy. But we know that because everybody's going to want that right now anyway, right? But what I'm getting at with this energy is like the man is more about at certain times, you know, they obviously love to please a woman, but they're really only looking out for themselves, unfortunately. This could be a woman that was trying to seek balance, find balance. I mean, this is also telling me, you know, this could be somebody that was a feminine energy that was sent to a masculine as a gift. And it was taken advantage of because they're coming at this gift as a player, playing hard to get, playing games, manipulating situations. This energy wants to be fed because they have control issues, power struggles. which is ironic because they look for a woman that's independent like that, but yet when they find it and they get some type of gift, it's not being acted on accordingly, because they're so used to being in relationships or situations where they have this type of authority, this type of control. So it's almost like meeting their match, but not knowing what to do with it. And they're trying their old tactics on what worked before on you. And it won't work. It won't cut it. It's a fucking given that energy will not cut it. This is like wanting to be like a bad boy. Tell me about the Page of Fire. The Fool. So they want a new start with you, or vice versa, but to me, they're lying to themselves, and their self-talk sucks right now. With the Six of Fire, they're in their ego. They're in their ego. They just want to feed them, man or woman, touching her, touching him. Like, they're in their ego. Yeah, see, Five of Cups, ego, sorrow. Like, it's not just, it's a tough scenario. And I keep getting not the sharpest tool in the shed. I have to be somewhere. I was going to just wrap this up. But considering where it's Mars in Aries, I'm going to leave this to be continued. I'll be back in like 2 hours and we will finish this and we will get into 5 more signs. I will read the signs. I will do the signs that get the most, like after this is done uploading, where the comments go, I'll go in the order of the most of like Taurus, the most of Cancer, like I'll go in that category, okay? But there's a lot here that's left unsaid, and Spirit definitely wants me to continue this because this is the overall energy, even though I did a collective read and a bonus. But like this right here is not this. This is somebody who wants this, but is doing this. This is somebody who should be acting like this, but is acting like this. So I don't want to rush it. I was like, I'll give it 5 more minutes, but I know I won't get this done in 5 minutes, and I don't want to rush it. And it's ironic because this is energy of rush. And this energy is like they want a new start, but it's like they're lying to themselves. And look he's more like the pleasure, and it's like, no, it's the wrong type of intimacy right now. So there's a lot left to be said here that needs to be looked at, worked on. Because this is self-pleasure. This isn't unconditional love. And I really feel like this was somebody who was sent as a gift. And I want to look up the meaning of that bird. I want to say it's a seagull, not a pigeon. So let me look up seagull real quick. Spiritual meaning of a seagull. It's a new dawn. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. They represent navigation. In this sense, seagulls can connect with finding the right path or finding one's way home, no matter what conditions are. So this energy can get to where they need to be, but at the same time, guys, it doesn't look like they're interested on getting to that level for some reason. So they're more than capable of doing it. Because this is somebody who wants to please you. But they're not being assertive. Then so we will leave it at that. And I will be back within the next 2 hours to finish this and start the other 5. Yeah, you definitely do not feed this energy, guys. They're feeding their own energy the wrong way. Okay, do not feed into this energy. That is absolutely correct. This is not your problem to solve, fix. Like, we'll get into it after. I love you guys. I'll see you shortly. Bye.